Hello and welcome back to another live version of my most anticipated indie comics coming out this week. We've got new comic book day this Wednesday, the 17th. So I am gonna hop on into this. Shout out to Phil dropping a comment in the live chat a while ago. I'm just realizing the time on that. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming up this week. Maybe a little bit less this coming week than I was picking up last week. Hey, and he's still hanging out. What's up, Phil? So let me switch over to my other view, and we will talk about the top 10 indie comics on the list this week. So I'm going to start out with this one coming from Blood Moon Comics from their Panico Press imprint here. And if I could click, I just clicked on wrong button, started opening up Steam instead of opening up what I was trying to open up. As always, technical difficulties while live. There we go. Okay. Switching over. There we go. All right. Violet Descends. This is issue number 1 of 5 for this miniseries coming from Blood Moon Comics from Angel Fuentes and Yvonne Falcon. 7 archangels guide the fate of humanity. The angels of life, death, miracles, nature, technology, freedom, and emotions. When the angel Violet abandons her sacred duties as shepherd of humanity's emotions, the world is suddenly thrown into hellish apocalypse event. Violet is punished for her actions and bonded to a human named Ruth, who helps her uncover a demonic plot to bring upon the end of the world. One by one, the 7 archangels fall prey to attacks from the Deadly Seven, a group of powerful archdemons that personify each of the 7 deadly sins. With the impending destruction of humanity growing near, Violet and her human friend are tested as they must rely solely on one another to rescue the rest of the archangels while uncovering a secret conspiracy that dates all the way back to Earth's creation. Yeah, yay Steam. I have it like in the bottom of my thing. I have Steam right next to Chrome, and so when I went to pull up Chrome, where I had the tab stored, I clicked Steam. Like, yeah, I'll just start playing games. We're live streaming, right? Might as well. That was number 10. Number 9, we're sticking with Blood Moon for Stray Sheep, number 4 of 5 from Andrew Osborne and Hernan Gonzalez. Coulson is seeing too much blood as all of the players around him drop like flies. To figure out who's behind the deadly games to win an unwinnable hand to live to see another day, Coulson has to cheat. This one's been very interesting. It's black and white art, but it's like these really weird games that this guy got involved in, and if you survive the games, you get to win quite a bit of money. But it's a gamble every week joining these games. So it's very high stakes, high reward gambling essentially going on here. That's my number 9 pick. Number 8, we're going over to AWA for Red Zone. Number 3 of 4 from Colin Bunn, Mike Diodato, and Lee Lowridge. Raza just kills these covers for AWA. Every cover that Raza's done for AWA has been phenomenal. Randall Crane, an unassuming American professor of Russian and Slavic studies at NYU, is called by the U.S. government for a secret international mission back to Russia, where his long-buried secrets come to light. When his support team of commandos is ambushed and killed, it's up to Randall to fight his way out of Russia using his particular set of skills. And they definitely did not think he had these particular set of skills bringing him on this mission, but finding more and more about Randall Crane as the story goes on, and who he really is, and how he has developed these skills over time. It's been very great seeing Colin Bunn doing something other than horror, which he's been doing a lot of horror recently. But also, I feel like I'm reading like 20 Colin Bunn books right now. Anyone else get that feeling? That's number 8. Number 7, going over to Image Comics for Hexware from Tim Seeley and switching over here, Zulema Scato Lavina. finale of the miniseries here, Hexware and the Helljumpers face the true architect of Jesse's murder as the walled urban zone is assaulted by zealots on one side and unstoppable androids on the other. Can Jessie retain her humanity when everything she believes in is a lie? Filling final issue of the series is here. I've really been enjoying this. I really enjoy the artwork in this. And this is such a unique character, I feel like, that we're getting with our android Hexware, and the bonding of the android and the human side of things going on here. It's been great. All right, that is from Image Comics. That is what did I say, number 7. I always forget numbers as I'm going along. Number 6 this week, we're going to A Wave Blue World for Tower, issue number 4 of 5. We got a lot of, I feel like we got a lot of like second to last or last issues coming out this week. Kelsey Barnhart and Cameron Johnson, the writers on this. Andrew Dalhouse, that's on cover. I thought maybe they changed artists on this because I thought Chris Cross was on art on this, but I don't see that anymore. I see Loiso Mkize Mkize is the artist on this, and then it looks like Dalhouse on colors. Cassandra, Kimmy, and Mac were thrust into a brutal and seemingly virtual world where they must compete in a dangerous video game style competition. Now only the best of the best remain. Cass and Kimmy set off on their own, while Mac is quite impressed by the skills of his new partner, Kylie. But can he trust her any more than he did Cass and Kimmy? Meanwhile, Cass finally comes face to face with the rogue presence who's been disrupting the game. This is very battle royale style kind of type of story here, but with a video game twist to it, where you're really not sure, are these people just playing a game? Are they is there a deadlier consequence, of course, to what happens here, and what on earth is going on with the creation of this and the interruption of it that we're seeing? But it's been a really great read so far. Number 5 this week, going over to Vault Comics for End After End number 7. I love this grasshopper cover here. I've been really enjoying this story from DB Andre, Tim Daniels, Sanando C. Great creative team here. And in this one, we have Haven Part 1. Walt, Grink, and Stills track a relic piece, part of an artifact that they need to win the war, to Haven, a city protected by a magical shield. Walt finds a way in, but the city's leaders are unwilling to relinquish the powerful item. An unexpected ally will step forward to assist Walt, but dark forces inside Haven are already working against them. This fantasy life after death world has been super interesting. I love this take on what like an afterlife sort of thing could be. In a fantasy setting, and what you're fighting for, I guess, really define who you are in this afterlife world here. And that is number 5. Number 4, we're going to Frank Miller Presents for Frank Miller's Pandora, issue number 5 right here from, of course, creative mind of Frank Miller, but writing on this, Chris Silvestri and Anthony Moranville, with Emma Kubert on the artwork. After opening a mysterious relic hidden within a forbidden tree, Annabeth encounters a group of mischievous forest sprites that upend her world, while the creatures she stole the relic from make a plan to take back what's theirs, no matter the cost. This has been a really cool fantasy world. As you can tell, I love fantasy stories, and I love Emma's artwork on this. Very fitting for the fantasy world. Looks like we got one more issue, and that'll wrap up the mini series. It's a standalone. I was looking at issue number 6 real quick. It says in a standalone story is what's happening in issue 6. But I wonder if this is planned for longer than just one volume, or if it's going to be it right here. But I really like it. I really like what they're doing here. And of course, Frank Miller's imprint here is a brand new imprint. And has been putting out some pretty cool stories. I've only been reading this one, but I've heard good things about Ancient Enemies. Of course, he returned to Ronin as well. So a lot of things coming out of Frank Miller's mind. So that was number 4. We're going to go over to our number 3 pick this week for The Mighty Barbarians, number 2 from Michael Moresi and Giuseppe Cafaro. From the writer of Barbaric comes the world-hopping, skull-crushing adventures of the mighty barbarians. They're barbarians, they loot, they plunder, they conquer. That's what they do, and they do it alone until now. Cole leaves the brave band of warriors on a treacherous journey back to his homeland in search of information on the mystical objects that will help them fight their enemy. But this only puts them on a longer, darker path to the heart of the underworld and into the clutches of Hades himself. Before the Avengers, the Justice League, the X-Men, before it all stood the mighty Barbarians. Uh, issue 1 was really cool, and it was good to see how they planned on pulling this all together. We have like a multiverse type thing going on where these barbarians are having to stick together in order to take down a common enemy that is destroying worlds across I guess time and space and multiverse. But it's pretty cool seeing them pull these different characters from different stories and new characters together into this one story here. All right. That is number 3. Number 2 this week, we're going to Advent Comics for Capable, issue number 1 from Jonathan Hedrick. And let's see, the first name of the artist is Gino is the first name. Gino Casmianto is the artist on this. Derek Davidson is just an average high school kid. He's awkward, shy, bullied, and uses a wheelchair. But one day, Derek suddenly has the ability to run super fast. What will Derek do with his new power? And what happens when more people wake up capable? So, it's a story about essentially handicapped people ending up getting superpowers. So, things that like he's not able to walk or not able to walk very well, but suddenly can run super fast like the Flash. And so, what are they going to do with these powers? Just like anybody getting powers, some people are going to use them for good, some are going to use them for evil. And it's a very good story that I've read. Five issues came out through Kickstarter. I believe it's planned for 7 issues total. And so all of that's going to be coming out through Advent Comics now for the rest of the story. But definitely check this one out. This will, I think, be the first book I pick up from Advent Comics. And I'm excited to see it. They do a lot of superhero type stories and with lots of representation in their stories, which is good. And this is no exception to that right there. My number 1 pick this week, though, is going over to Fair. I'm butchering it. It says Alien Books. Alien Books is the imprint, but it is, I think, Fair Square Comics. Fair Square Comics, yes. Fair Square Comics for Damian Connolly's Blood, Love, Ghosts, and a Deadly Spell number 1. This is a one-shot, though, so it is 1 of 1. And it is a pretty hefty page count, I believe, on this one. 64 page for $9.99. Off the huge success of his previous comics, You Promised Me Darkness, Follow Me Into the Darkness. Here's a little gem. Damian Connolly saved for last. Blood, Love, Ghost, and a Deadly Spell is a dark, atmospheric 64-page volume filled with horrific tales from the inimitable mind of Damian Connolly, author of the best-selling hits You Promised Me Darkness, Follow Me Into the Darkness. The book contains 4 never-before-seen self-contained horror short stories and an illustrated poem that will terrify, unsettle, and astonish. I did back this on Kickstarter a little bit back, and I know they were saying, I was talking to Damien recently about it. I haven't gotten my copy yet, but there was like some sort of shipping delay. So hopefully I have it this week because I also have a really cool commission from him from that, and I am excited to show that off. But this is my number 1 pick. Fair Square Comics is a newer publisher, somewhat newer, that I've read a couple things from, and they do a pretty good job with representation as well in their comic creators. And I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's the co-creator of Spider-Man Noir. He was the one that founded this company and has been doing great things with it. If I search, I will probably not find him right now, but it's a smaller company. It's one of those ones I think also goes under the radar, and shouldn't go under the radar. So check out things from Fair Square Comics. Alien Books is an imprint from them. It used to be Stonebot Comics, and they would come out through Red 5 Comics in the past, but now they are over here. Fabrice Sapolsky is the person who founded Fair Square Comics. I was trying to remember. But yeah, it's a great comic company. Got lots of good stories coming out from them. So that's my number one pick right there. And like I've done the last couple weeks, let's take it back. From Blood Moon Comics, we've got Violet Descends #1. From Blood Moon Comics, we got Stray Sheep #4 in the #9 spot. Number 8, we've got from AWA Red Zone, issue #3 of 4. From Image, we've got Hexware, issue #6. And coming into the #6 spot, we've got Tower, issue #4. In the #5 spot from Vault Comics, End After End, #7. In the #4 spot from Frank Miller Presents, we have Frank Miller's Pandora, issue #5. In the #3 spot from Ablaze, we've got The Mighty Barbarians, #2. And #2 on the list from Advent Comics, we have Capable, issue #1. And in the #1 spot from Fair Square Comics from the Alien Books imprint, we have Blood, Love, Ghosts, and a Deadly Spell. That is my top 10 for indie comics this week. This week coming up on the channel, we have Jeremy Holt coming to join us to talk about Gatsby that just released from AWA and was my #1 pick last week. Unfortunately, my shop did not get their physical copies in. They got shorted on them. So hopefully I have those this week. I am going to be reading it digitally before then, though. So I'm all ready to talk about Gatsby. I'm excited to read the rest of it. I've read the first 2 chapters of it and really loved it. But also, what else we got coming up? I don't think no other interviews this week. We just did our 1,500 subscriber giveaway last week on Thursday. So just keep on doing these every Sunday. I've moved FOC videos to be shorts now. So check out the shorts to catch the FOC picks instead of doing a recorded video for those. And I'm doing these live. I've done them on Sundays recently. I will not be able to next weekend. I will be out of town. So probably going to be looking at maybe Monday next week. I'll do the live Monday night, and we'll see from there. But yeah, Phil, I know you cut back a lot on your pool list. I need to cut back further on my pool list, but I'm letting some of these end. Like Hexware ends this week. I know I've got several that are ending this or next week. I think right now my problem is there's a Spider-Gwen book. There's Edge of the Spider-Verse. There's Silk. There's Groot. I went a little bit too far back into Marvel. I need to cut that back. But yeah, balancing the pool list is a interesting task. But my Image stuff has been cut back. That was a huge level on what I was picking up for a while. So that is where I've helped cut down on the pool list a little bit, try to make it a little bit more manageable. But that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit that like button down below, where I'm pointing the wrong way, but it's down here, go ahead and do that, and drop a comment on the video if you're watching this later. And as always, collect what you love, and catch you next time.